play your games, I'm going to ask in advance that you guys are forgiving and loving and kind to me today and make me feel special and give me all the praise, because I feel not great today. I feel, oh man, I'm trying to remember how it felt during the COVID times, but that fatigue, and that just, feeling right here, that's what I'm feeling. So, but I still wanted to play your games today, so we're going to do it. I'm that loving and I'm that kind and I'm that sacrificial. Okay? So come on in. Welcome. We're going to play some really fun games today. I wanted to say a huge thank you to new students who joined full-time game dev during the summer sale, which lasts for, I think, 7 more days. So it's ending here pretty soon. Diego, Marcos, Merrick, Jacob, Caleb, Shauna, Steve, George, Levgen, Myril, and James. Thank you so much for joining the program. And look, guys, if you want to join the program and you want to support the podcast, you want to support this channel, it keeps me making videos. It really does, guys. Having income like this helps me keep making YouTube content. So, yeah, if you want to check it out below, it's 50% off for the summer sale. You're going to get 7 days left to join the program. I believe we have 50 seats left, so I think we're about halfway through. I'm not sure. I haven't checked the exact numbers, but I think we're about halfway through the total seats available. So check it out below. You're also going to get my 2D art programs and my 3D art programs. And then also, I haven't done this. I don't think I've given away all 3 of these programs, but I'm also going to give away my YouTube program and just teach you what I've learned. So what's cool about this program is, and all of these programs, is that you're learning from an actual game developer who's been published 3 times, who's made 2 successful Kickstarter campaigns, who's released 2 commercial games on every platform, and I'm about to release my 3rd commercial release on every platform, and then who's also built a thriving YouTube channel. So you're learning from somebody in the trenches. That's what's really cool. It's not like just being taught by somebody who doesn't know what he's talking about. I know what I'm talking about. At least I think I do. I think I've proven that I do. But anyway, check out the link below. You're going to learn not only how to make games in Godot, Unity, or Unreal, but also 3D or 2D, and then also how to actually make it sustainable, how to make money with a demo, how to pitch it to publishers, how to pitch on Kickstarter, how to hit the Steam front page. I've done all of this multiple times, and I have, I think, 4,500 students worldwide. So if you're a student in the program, let me know in the chat what you think about it. And if you're interested, guys, just at least check it out. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's really no risk on your part if you want to check it out. I'll also give you a shout-out, just like I did with these students here. I'll give you a shout-out in my next live stream. So check it out below. And, guys, let's go ahead and get started on these games. Let me go ahead and pull up the chat. I want to have the chat right there. It's right here, but I want it there. Okay, I don't want it here. I want it right here. So give me just a sec here. I'm going to pull up the chat. Hey, Ace Hunter, how you doing? Delbone, how you doing, buddy? Come on in, guys. How's everybody doing? How was your weekend, by the way? Was your weekend fun? Did you do fun summer things? Is it Monday? I think it's Monday, right? Okay. All right. Hello, Ace Hunter. Come on in, guys. Come on in. Okay, I'm trying to zoom out here. There we go. There we go. Okay. I am so excited to play these games. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. The games you submitted all looked amazing, but I picked, this time in particular, I picked the games that I want to play, and also games that I would want to make. So, let's check out the first one here. What is it? Let's see here. If I go to my description here, let's start with Father. Okay. And this is admittedly from the developer. This game is, I think they acknowledged that it was, I don't know if it was inspired by my original game, Father, but it was definitely, they know about it. They know that I had an old game, Father, so it's not like they're unaware of that. And it's not a big deal. I threw the game out, so they get to name their game whatever they want, right? So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. This is, I think, the first time I've played an itch.io game, but I can't find it. Hold on one sec. What? I just had it. There we go. There it is. Okay. Good grief. All right, let's open this up here. Oh, geez. Okay, so if this game is in any way sort of blasphemous or whatever, don't blame me. I didn't make it. Y'all know that I'm a Christian. I say this out loud. I'm very public about that. But I do want to play people's games, and if they want to make a weird, blasphemous game, that's on them. But we're going to see what it's like anyway and see if it's actually a good game, right? That's what we're trying to do here. I don't know if it is. Maybe it's not. So I love the graphics here. I think it's great. I love this menu. I think that it doesn't use any of the keyboard, so you definitely need to do that. The developer watching, you definitely need to do that. I would also make the highlight a little bit different, probably this red color, just because it's hard to see what's highlighted. Menu, it's a little chunky and big. This is what's funny about a lot of indie games. A lot of indie games, including myself, I'm guilty of this, and I sort of reworked a lot of my UI in the past 3 weeks. Indies, for some reason, it's almost like they're stuck in the Flash era, and all of their UI is really big. So shrink down the UI. It makes it feel a little bit more professional to have things small. If you're going to do a T like this, I would definitely put serifs on it. It looks cheap that there's no serifs. So put some serifs on it, just like the text here. Let's go ahead and get started here. I kind of love that it just starts. Can you guys hear everything okay? Talk to your family. What? So I kind of love that Banjo-Kazooie style talking, but it does remove me from the immersion. So we'll see like what the tone of the game is supposed to be, what the developer's aiming for before I critique it. All right. All right, they don't like me. Golly, that's loud. Let me turn it down. Give me a sec. I'm going to turn it down. That better? Close the door. Okay, I could sprint. Cool. Ooh, we got a demon. They're cheering. What are you doing? Why are you cheering? That's cool. I like this. I think some music could really help there. This is great. Good storytelling. Yeah, definitely need some music. All right. The terror of being a father. We all know that feeling. Oh my goodness. Are we inspired by The Witch? I think we are. I need to pray with my family. So the ambience is, I would say, the biggest flaw of this game so far. I think graphically it's awesome. Everything feels tight and smooth. The storytelling's good. But the ambience, what I mean by that is the sound effects of the world, of the tone of the sounds. So like the birds chirping, it doesn't look like there should be birds chirping. What I think there should be here is obviously the sound of a crackling fire and then creepy woods. Like, let me show you guys what I mean by this. This is actually really important. I would say that I would argue that this is like the most important thing when it comes to these kinds of games. To be really, really strict with the tone you're trying to create. So creepy woods ambience. You just search it on YouTube. Obviously you don't steal it. But let me show you kind of what I mean here.
I started my degree in 1986 and 30 years later.
Okay, here we go. You guys ready? Let's take a look. Do you see how important this is? Now you can hear the birds chirping because I can't turn off the sound. But imagine the birds aren't chirping and all you hear is crickets and a subtle ambient tone with the fire crackling. The fire crackling is going to give it that feeling of like, oh, we're in the pioneer days. You know? Watch. Let me just throw you it here. Fire ambience. And guys, these kind of things are so freaking important. They're so important. I'm not just throwing random crap out. Listen. Now I'm scared. What's out there? Black Phillip. There's Black Phillip. Live deliciously. That's a great movie. Okay, so there's that tone. Let me turn it up for you guys so you know. So there's that. Are you guys scared now? Right? Now let me show you what it is. You see? You see the problem? I'm not scared. In fact, I'm a little confused. Okay, let's keep going. I would definitely get rid of that. Use real voice acting. Come on. It's not too expensive. Imagine this. Let us pray that the Lord may grant us strength for the coming day and not turn his face away from us. Winter is coming. We need to prepare firewood. Hooray! Just to the woods, please, Caleb. Give me the option to press space to move forward because I'm not reading this fast enough. Don't rely on me reading this. Unless it's voice acted, then you're good. This looks great. Okay, sorry, I couldn't read that because I was critiquing it. Sorry. This feels really good. Wow, look at that art. Good color theory here, guys. I like that I could see my body. I'm always a fan of looking at my body. You know what I mean? Teach your son to chop wood. Alright, Mr. Caleb. Good sound. I'm trying to break the game, sorry. Okay, good. This is awesome. I love this tone. I want to tell you guys about why this is so important to have good UI. This game looks amazing, but the UI is really hurting it. So I'm going to open up Photoshop and show you guys what's really important here. UI can tell publishers and players that this game is cheap. This game is not cheap. I don't think it is. It looks great. But the UI makes it feel like it's made from a college student. So if I were the developer, if I had a mission, I would use really clean text. So it says, teach your son to chop wood. And I would use a smaller font. I would choose a white in that color of the world. So it looks like our lightest white is something like this. I'm going to brighten up just a little bit. And then we're going to use a serif font. Something like Garamond. I like Garamond. let's warm it up a little bit, actually. Give me just a sec, guys. We're going to warm this up just a little. There we go. And we're not going to do caps. Teach your son to chop firewood. Good. Going to do this. We're going to put it right there nice and small. Okay. And maybe it's a little confusing to you, so we're going to do 16 by 9 here, just so you know. I'm not relying on widescreen for some reason, or like ultra wide. Let's just do like a 16 by 9 here. This is the UI you're supposed to do, okay? Just trust me. Please trust me. This is great right here. And then you could do a line right here, like this. Right? Something like that. You could do a plus icon, or let's say that this is a sort of a cult game, or like, I don't know, what do you call that? Occult symbols. We could use an occult symbol. Let me Google search it really quick. Yeah, we could do something like this. Give me a sec, guys. UI is insanely important. With these pixel games, it's so important for you to use something that feels modern and clean with the UI. I don't know why, but I've always thought that. A real modern and clean UI can help so much. Okay, we're going to do a tiny little icon here. Look how clean and professional that looks. You see? You could do a pop of color. You could do a pop of color of orange. Or like red. And when it appears on screen, it's like a makes it feel very professional. So here's what it looks like here. Do you guys see why I did that? There's a tonal incongruence with the UI and the world. With the pause menu, same thing. Look. It's funny because like whenever I focus on sound and UI, I feel guilty or something. Like during these live streams, I feel like, Thomas, you're just focusing on the wrong things here, buddy. But the truth is that it really helps a lot for the players to feel like this game is professional and intentionally made. UI is so crucial. So I would do something real clean like this. Continue, options, quit. And then you could use that same occult symbol as a selection device. Color overlay. I don't know why, but game developers struggle so much with UI. Like the games look amazing, but the UI is always a struggle, and I don't know why. So yeah, you could do something like that. And then you could have the name of the game right here. What's it called? What are we playing? Father. How did I forget? Father, yeah. There you go. And I think it was, yeah, it's a serif font. And then I'm just going to spread it out, make it look pretty. There you go. So that's what I would do for the pause menu. So much more professional. So much more professional. Let me turn my mic up. Sorry, guys. Check 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. Is that better? All right, let's keep playing. Let's go teach Caleb how to chop firewood. I love this environment. It's so pretty. I would put a little E icon to tell me to press E on Jonah. I would also make that font smaller, and I would put it above his head, or at least above the cursor. Right now, it's right in the center of the screen, and it feels strange. Every righteous man must heat up his house somehow, my son. The hand that works is blessed. Oh, let me try again. Every righteous man must heat up his house somehow, son. The hand that works is blessed, and our labor is for the glory of God. Watch, son, how a man should handle an axe. Let your hand grow strong, strike true, so our home may always be warm under God's roof. Okay? Nice. Now try it yourself, my son. Go, Caleb! Oh, that's not Caleb. Who is that? So I'm being a dad. Give your daughter some guidance. I don't love that reflection there. It definitely throws me out of the immersion. And that's because nothing in this is specular. There's no normal maps, and then suddenly there's a ton of specular. And that's strange to me. But let's go find my daughter. Abigail. You know we don't talk about what happened in the woods. Yes, Father, forgive me. Only God can forgive. Finish up here and go home to prepare for a prayer. Okay. Check on your son's work. That's all? Yes, Father, I thought. Crooked, slanted, the length is uneven. How well do you think this will burn? It's hastily put together. Splinters. Everything is rushed. Unmethodical. Oh. Do you want us to be let without any heat in winter because of your laziness? Do you want your mother to freeze? Then work like a man. Not like a child who expects to be praised. Now go help your mother. Maybe she will be more. Maybe you will be more useful to her. Okay, yeah, like the clip, the things moving between conversations, like when my son goes and he like appears, he's like, and then he's like, it's too jarring even for like a PSX style game. Even the axe moved a little bit and it felt strange. It just felt, I don't know, it felt unintentional. Okay, let's keep going. So far so good. Herd the goats into the pen. You have to do everything in this house yourself. Go, get. That's fun. I think a tonal shift like we were talking about, where there's horror music playing and you can hear crickets or storm clouds, like thunder and stuff. I think that would help this so much because right now I'm not scared. I'm just kind of just doing stuff. If you make me scared and I hear like wolves or coyotes or even like subtle screams, creating that mystery will make me want to keep playing. Imagine like the voice of a witch or a woman. I mean, it's kind of like The Witch, so I'm just coming up with ideas in that vein. But like, imagine if you heard like just echoing in the distance, and you're like, what is that? Okay. Yeah, we need to feel some horror. Okay, what am I doing? Close the pen. Don't underestimate the value of creaking wood as a sound effect. It creates horror. There are certain horror tropes that never get old. Distant screams, thunder, droning, creaking wood. They always do wonders for your horror. Go into the house. I would be careful. Yeah, I'm gonna be as loving as I can here. Watch out for A24. Watch out for A24. This is a little close. Okay. I like the cinematic feel here, though. This is really great. I just feel like we're a little too close to an A24 game here, if they made games. All right, let's see if we get some good horror here, because I haven't been scared once yet. And I feel like we're supposed to be, or at least there should be a lot more tension, and there's not. The visuals are great. It's the ambience that's the problem here. Okay, this is cool. I mean, seriously, I would probably just swap out the goats for pigs. You know, like if you want to avoid getting sued by A24, get some pigs in there. Change his name from Caleb. being a grumpy dad, make him a nice dad, you know? There's a lot of things you could do to just change it so it's not so so similar. But this is cool. Okay, well now we got some change, so that's good. Our guest today is Caleb, a lover of comfort without amenities. Aww. What? Very interesting. What do we do here? What is going on? Tabitha? Did Abigail not clean properly again? Why does it smell like rotten meat? I don't smell anything. Besides, we haven't eaten meat for a long time. But I shall clean everything again now. What kind of house is it that you can't bear to stay in? Jonah wanted me to talk to you. Please don't be too hard on him. He was so upset yesterday. You know better than me how cruel this world is. If he doesn't learn to be responsible for his actions and take a blow, what will become of him? He's still a child. At his age, my father was beating me to a pulp for the slightest offense. And I, mind you, never raised a hand to my son. And you blame me for being cruel. I'll talk to him. Like a father to a son. I would just say, man to man. Thank you, Caleb. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I gotta move forward here. There's a lot of games to play, but I don't want to skip too much. I know it's a story game. Find the knife. Ooh, a pretty apple. Okay, so far, I think the visuals of this game are rock solid. The dialogue is good. We talked about ambience. We talked about tone. There's one final thing that I would mention here to really make sure that this game... I think it's a solid game. I really do. One thing that I would do is I talk about this a million times, but I would make sure that you really... Give me a few good scares or something to start this off and create some very strong mystery. Okay? Something like the easiest mystery to solve, or the easiest mystery to interject in your game is, where am I? Who am I? Or where are they? How did I get here? Some kind of mystery to drive me through the story. Because right now, there's no driving through line. There's nothing in this that I'm like, oh, I gotta find out the answer. Right? So I would just try and figure out a way to put that sort of mysterious black box into the beginning of this. Some mystery that's hidden from me, so I know that I can go solve it. Right? So overall, The graphics are top tier. I love these graphics. I think they're great. Great work to the developer. I think it's solid. Throw in some fixes to that UI, and you can even do this, by the way. Have it come forward to the right. When you select it. Oh. All right, let's go ahead and play the next game. The next game is Dead Thrash. Let's take a look. And don't vote for any games yet, guys. Don't vote for any games yet. All right. And by the way, just remember that this live stream is sponsored by my course, Full-Time Game Dev. If you want to get 50% off, but also my 2D art program, my 3D art program, and my YouTube program, which, by the way, is one of the biggest sales I've done, check it out below. You have 7 days left, and this is real, by the way. It is truly 7 days left. It's not some fake timer. Okay, so for some reason we're getting a weird size issue. Oh, you can't even see it, can you? Let's try again. Hey, Thomas, I can't find the development of Poison Tail. The live stream development streams of Poison Tail. I made all those private. I have a problem where I make things private all the time. It's probably some shame or something. I feel shame all the time. Okay, so for some reason, guys, we're getting some issues here. Let me see if I can fix this for you, because I don't know what's going on here. This is something the developer needs to resolve. So the developer knows I'm doing a display capture right now, not game capture. So make sure your game works on display capture, because a lot of streamers, they want to be able to capture their full display. All right, let's turn on game capture here and see if we can fix this. Hit play one more time here. Oh my word. I'm not going to be able to play this. Excuse me, guys. Capture specific window, Dead Thrash. Cool. What in the world? There we go. So I would fix that if I was a developer for sure. Okay. Give me a click sound. Why do developers put things so close to margins? Shift that over, man. So that make the margins equal for the logo. The logo should be like right here. Okay, let's go ahead and hit play. Whoa. Okay. Years into brutal lockdown, a once thriving city lies in ruins, abandoned by its government, overrun by vicious, mindless infected. Those left behind are treated as human waste, discarded in a world that can no longer care. I wish that you would fade in, move me through the story, because this is a lot. The city, now decaying shell. So you could move to this frame here, full screen, and then fade in the text. The city, now a decaying shell, is littered, blah, blah, blah. The government enforces the quarantine with ruthless precision, blah, blah, blah. They want to control the outbreak, but the true mission lies deeper. Beneath the ruins of the city, something far more dangerous waits to be secured or unleashed. Okay, third floor, movement. They said the quarantine was for our safety, but safety doesn't look like burning bodies in the street. The government doesn't care about survivors. To them, we're just loose ends to tie up before the secrets get out. On me, keep it quiet until we confirm. If they're armed, drop them. If they're infected, torch them. Above ground, it's chaos. Below, it's hell. But I know every crack, every tunnel, this city won't let me go without a fight. We got a lot of text here, or a lot of exposition. This is the door. Get in position. Let me see if they like what's behind door number 1. Spoiler, it's me. Catch this. I'll take it. Oh, okay. If this is all they've got, they're in trouble. Time to move on. More will come. Okay. So, you know, man, was any of that necessary? Yeah, we don't need any of that. Get rid of that. Start me here. And just have a poster that says quarantined. Oh, look, we already have one. So that was completely unnecessary. Just tell me that. Like, guys, if it's stuff that isn't character driven, you don't need a cutscene. I think that's the rule of thumb for me. If you're not trying to create strong character connection to individual characters with faces and moving mouths and eyebrows shifting and smirking and sniffing and crying and coughing, if you don't have that in your cutscene, you don't probably need the cutscene. You could probably just put it in the game, because cutscenes are great because they're a cheap way to create an emotional connection. This looks great, by the way. I really like it. Music's good too. Look, now we know there's a lockdown. That's all you had to do. So we don't need that cutscene. Okay. I kind of like that the characters are like, I think they're photographs. Cool. Man, I do wonder what this would feel like. Yeah, the menu definitely doesn't match the gameplay. I wonder what it would be like with better sound and music, because I think the music is kind of it's too much for me. But that's just me. Like, let's see here. Let's find some good music. And it'll probably get me copyright struck, but give me a sec here. No, don't turn on Avril Lavigne, Thomas. Don't tell them that that's your guilty pleasure. Here, I'm opening up Spotify here. Let's find some more ambient stuff and see what we get. Because this game, the visuals look really dark and ambient, and the music doesn't feel that way. So I would consider this. I just feel like this would solve a lot of your problems. So it feels like there's not a lot of feedback when it comes to the sound of your bullets. Okay? Like, I want to hear. Oh, that sounds great. So like I said at the previous live stream, or the previous let's see what another song sounds like. Give me a sec here. Ooh, there's another one. This is RE4, by the way, the remaster or the remake. Where's the sound of the ambience? Creaking trees. I agree that it's more shooter oriented, but I think that this game feels like a story game the way I just got a bunch of story exposition. And the fog and the lighting makes it feel more like a survival horror game. I understand that it's got that Doom vibe or Duke Nukem vibe, but I think it would be beneficial to have it more like this.
Got a live one here.
Who's shooting me? Yeah, it's just got a serious tone to it. I feel like more serious music makes sense. Now, it doesn't mean that you couldn't do something that's more rhythmic. Give me some space. So more ambient with subtle, low-passed, rhythmic, Half-Life-esque percussion, I think is the solution here. And give me some voices for the characters. He's over there. Get him. Give me some telegraphing of some kind. That we've got a guy with a gun. So if I've got a guy up here with a gun, maybe up here somewhere. Let's say there's probably a guy with a gun up here. Give me that cocking sound so I know. Yeah, I need to hear a cock. So I know what's coming, right? Okay. So, okay, good. There we go. Uh-oh. So let's go ahead and skip all this. So we're forced to watch the cutscene after we die, which is kind of a problem. Let's turn the music back on so that we can get an idea of if the music is actually the problem. It might not be. Let me turn it back up. Nope, that's swaying. Where was it? There we go. Let's go to 50. Footstep sounds. We always want to have footstep sounds, right? Yeah, this menu is not matching the game. Don't get me wrong, the music's cool. Just don't know if it matches the tone of the game. Just saying. It's got some Carpenter Brute vibes, which I love Carpenter. Here's the thing. As the developers watching, this is something that I've struggled with as well. So my opinion is something that I've been, for myself and for my game, I've been sort of coming up with this strategy for the last 3 years, which is music should be a way to reward the player or inform them of a beat shift or a change of tone. It's okay to have this music playing, but let's wait, you know? Wait until I get to a different spot in the level and have this music fade in. So get me a little nervous. Give me some weird horror ambience, and then let's say I get over here and there's like 2 new gun guys, and it's the first time I've encountered, like, say 2 or 3 gun guys. Then you start playing this music. I don't think the synth is the problem. Synth is fine. This has a very John Carpenter feel to it, and John Carpenter's all synth, you know, or a lot of it. Actually, I think all of it is synth. Yeah. There's no hammer swing sound. I mean, there is one, but it's super quiet. I think this game could really benefit from some lighting. So let me show you what I mean. Right now, all we have is ambient lighting. It's not even directional. It's ambient lighting, a single color ambient light with no shadows. So let me show you guys why. Okay, we finally got a light. Okay, so we have lighting here. It looks like it's... Is this a custom engine? I feel like this is a custom engine. Because that lighting right there is very interesting. How it's lighting the weapon. But yeah, like, let me show you guys an example here of how lighting can help, or at least shadows. So if I take this, I don't even think I take a screenshot. Hold on. If I take this here, if we wanted to, we can make this feel a lot more ambient. I'll show you after we play. We'll play a little bit more. I don't want to, not play this game and only do color changes or lighting changes. So give me just a sec here. So I know I'm going backwards. Drive slowly. I'm just looking at the signage and stuff. Listen, if the developer feels like the footstep sounds are so annoying that they need to put something in the options menu, then I would make the footstep sounds randomized. So just sort through an array of like 6 or 7 footstep sounds. They don't even have to be dependent on the ground. They could be a singular, generic, universal set of sounds. But I love the art. I think the art is great. It feels really good. Okay, I'm stuck there. Get some health. Oh. So yeah, there's voices actually. You just can barely hear them. So be confident, Really make those voices loud. He's over here! Get him! Where's my gun? Okay. I think it's good. I think it's fine. We'll talk about the visuals here in a sec. Let me pull up the visuals if I could show it to you guys. All right. So let's see here. Shadows just make a big difference, If you had, let's say, a shadow like this, it just makes a big difference. And I think it's okay to use shadows with these more retro games just to modernize them a little bit. Something like that could make it look really cool. But yeah, that's about all I have to say. I think the visuals are great. I think that I'm not really motivated as a player. Yeah, I'm not really motivated. If you could tell me like there's I remember you told me the developer in the cutscene said something like there's something underground or something. So yeah. I don't know if it's that's about all I have to say, I think. I do like the visuals though. I think tonally with the music though, I think there could be some music fixes though. All right, let's open up the next game. Do not vote yet. We're going to go to the last game here. I'm going to go potty. Once we go potty, then we will once I go potty, we'll go to the next game because I've been drinking this water. And I actually feel a lot better. So that's good. So we'll move on to the next game and then we'll vote. I'll be back in 30 seconds. Well, I can't do it that fast. 5 minutes. All right, I went PP. I feel great. Much better now. The next game we're going to play, this is the last one, is called Crypt Robbery. Let's go. And guys, remember what the goal of this live stream is. It's not to critique games. It's to offer constructive critique. So, we'll offer up a good conclusion for all the games. We'll do a vote and all of that. But let's do constructive criticism here because, guys, all of us know this. All of us, if you're making games, you know this is hard. It's real hard. It's really hard to make games. And so let's be encouraging and kind. Is that an old? No, that's Unity 6. Okay. I don't know what that said. The game contains dark scenes, jump scares, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay. I don't like all the disclaimers. That's my first inclination. Is like, you don't have to tell me everything I need to feel. Just trust me. You know, trust the player. Okay, we have some color theory issues. Really, really big color theory issues here. Let me show you what I mean. There are like 3 different color theories within this one menu. There's a lot going on. I'm going to open up Photoshop to show you why this is so important. And this is so hopefully all of you watching can apply what we're saying here to every aspect of your game, not just the UI. So let me show you guys really quick what my eye saw immediately when I opened this menu. I saw this. I saw this. That red is like saying, I'm terrified of this game. I'm terrified of what you think about this game. That's what that red says. It's an insecure color. Right? Just put it, just tell me at the beginning and say there's no saves. Thanks for playing. So this is the game's color. Okay, and then finally this one. We've got that grayish blue right there. I don't feel like that's color theory. I feel like that's random. I feel like that's a random series of colors. Now let's get rid of the red here because that's a disclaimer. I'm going to just remove it. And let's talk really quickly about how we can make this look a little bit more interesting. First off, that is low resolution. This is high resolution. You made that too big. So let's shrink that down. Makes it look cheap. Okay, I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to shrink it down like this. And then fill that in. And I'm going to grab all of those. Go. And we're going to do less is more, baby. Less is more. Oh, already looks so much better. I'm matching that color to this color. Okay? That green and blue. What are we doing? You know, why do we got so many different colors here? Let's take that blue out. Just desaturate it. Let's take some of the green out. The cyans. Okay, good. And then I'm going to go ahead and adjust the hue so that it's either the that's good, actually. Now you could do a pop. You could do a pop like that. Right? You could do something like that. But I would prefer to keep it the same tone as that cream color. Something like this. It's hard to do because I can't capture that because it's so skeuomorphic. That blue looks really good, actually. Yep. So now what we've got is just like 3 different colors. We've got the cream, we've got this blue, and then we've got this black and white cream, which is basically the cream. So that's what I would do. But right now, what I'm looking at is a lot of different hues, right? All right, let's see. The highlight color is not strong enough. It's hard to see, so I would make it a little bit more vibrant and give me a sound. All right, let's play story. A lot of different fonts going on. Well, maybe there's only 2, but they don't match. Sorry, I don't want to be too annoying here, guys, but I want to show you. There's so many different fonts going on. 1, 2, 3, 2 max. 4 different fonts. Oh, I love that. You guys know I love the South. Your name is Paul. You're a thief who steals at the request of other people. This time you intend to rob tombs. More specifically, you will be looking for 3 artifacts hidden in some underground blah blah blah. You think graves are the easiest to rob because the dead don't care about the things they were buried with. Don't trust the reader. Do not trust the reader. Because look, I just talked. I'm in a live stream. And okay, let's read. But don't trust the reader. Let them press space. Also, your depth of field filter here is blurring out what's in focus. More fonts. This is wild. A lot of fonts. Another font? Whoa. My head is on like a bobblehead. Very, very slidey. Another font.
It's too dark. I should take the lamp from the car trailer.
Okay, let me turn this up. Too dark. The voice acting sounds like AI voice. I would hire somebody eventually to do it. Good.
Good. The lamp is full of oil.
Okay. You're gonna have to tell me how to go into my inventory. This is wild. A lot of... It's sort of a dump of instructions here. Okay. How do I use it? There we go. I had to double click it. Looks good though. This looks like it looks like sorry guys. Let's see here. My Zin is making me cough.
I hope I can pull those planks.
Well, that feels good. I'm so sorry, guys. Whoa! Just disable the collider for those. That's the same is true in We Harvest Shadows. The doors, once you open them, the collider's gone, and so you're not pushed. The frog sound makes me feel like I'm in a swamp, or it's like a swallow or something. I wouldn't have any life, any sounds of life, unless it's a crow. Get rid of it. Just say it's locked. Okay, give me something quick. You know, you got to capture my attention. You got to give me something here. Jump scare, something. Something goes and runs across. Something. That's cool. It follows gravity. It's very draggy, though. I would reduce the drag on that. It feels like I'm like made of like, or like I'm on the moon or something. So the game is very slow. It's like, which is fine. It's just it feels draggy, really draggy. Some glass lamps with lit candles inside. These help spirits of the dead find their way back. So you notice that the light source is not colored the same as the that lantern or that blue candle thing. Why can't I take screenshots? But if we take this screenshot here, I don't know why, but I can't take screenshots. I can't take a screenshot. There we go. Okay. Let me show you why this is important. You could create a tonal shift to make it feel like it's not all just gray. Now, I'm not saying you have to do this, but if you were to create a blue light right here, it could make it feel very ambient, very interesting. Something like that. It could feel really interesting. Push the slab. Okay. Give me some feedback with sound. Okay. So far, nothing interesting has happened. I've got a frog here. But nothing has really nothing interesting has happened. And I'm also not particularly scared because I don't know what the threat could be. So give me an idea of what the threat could be.
I found the entrance to the crypts,
the key.
but I need the key to open the doors.
Man, this cough
Maybe I
is
can
brutal.
find it around here.
Got jack-o'-lanterns in a graveyard. All right, we got to go find a key. If you want to submit your game, follow me on Twitter. x.com/ThomasBrushDev. And now I'm not saying this is true. I'm not saying this is true of this game. I could be wrong, but because of the discrepancy of the UI, it feels like an asset flip game. It feels asset-y. A lot of assets. So I gotta find a key, and I'm super lost. So I would say make this part a little easier. Give me a quick reward just for the beginning of the game. Okay. Did anybody see the key? Maybe there's a key under this grave slab, but it's blocked. Okay, so there's kind of like that was tough. I didn't know that these could be pressed, but maybe that's just me. I need to know what order they can be pressed. Okay. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for skull and crossbones, some faces, an eye. Cross. Cross. Okay.
Who's there?
All right, so we got something. That was what we needed. A little bit. Wasn't particularly scary,
I
though.
think the words sprayed here are important.
Okay, let's write this down. The eye, the bird, the kid, blank, the old man, and blank. Yeah, so there's no real hook here. Or, like, I'm not curious about anything. There's nothing that makes me wonder.
Someone wealthy was probably buried here.
How do we solve that? Let's think about it. I don't care. I don't care about who I am. I don't care where I am. I don't know what I'm looking for or why I'm here. One of the solutions could be that your child goes missing, or your child is sick and you need the money, and a mysterious voice calls you on the phone and says, there's a corpse that I need you to find for me, and if you get the corpse, I'll give you $1 million. And so you have a motive, right? Another thing you could do is this place is in the middle of nowhere, and you say it. You say it's in the middle of Louisiana, and you were blindfolded and you were taken here by this mysterious figure. And he says, you're not allowed to know where you are. And that's this really fun storytelling device where you can make us confused along with the protagonist. Where am I? Where did he take me? Where is this place? And then you hear a voice. And you're like, who's there? Help me, help me, help me. Just give me something, a direction. Okay, the eye. Really hard to see those. I would make it clear. Okay, the eye, the bird, the kid, skull and crossbones, the old man, and then another blank. Ugh, okay. The eye, the bird, the kid. We'll do this one. The soldier. What? Okay. The eye. The bird. That's the soldier. The kid. Blank. The death. The old man. And then the soldier. So that didn't work. The old man, I'm sorry, the soldier, the old man, blank. Can you guys scrub back in time and see what it is? The eye, the bird, the kid, blank, so we're going to do the soldier, the old man, and then we'll do death. Okay. For some reason it worked that time. Okay. Got the key. Did I do it wrong the second time? Okay. So let's see here. Yeah, I think it's just too well lit. It just feels so lit. So I'm not very scared. Is it this one? So there's 2 locks. Neither of them open with the key. Maybe I have to use the key. Let's open up my interface. Trying to insert it. What? It's a little confusing. I don't know why I'm doing that either. I can't insert it. I'm going to tab and I'm doing this. What? That's how you use it? No? If anybody has any ideas what I'm missing there. Whoa, that's an asset. Yeah, we got to get rid of that. Okay. Key. You know, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong there. So how are we rating interest in this game? This is for the developer to know. 1 is I'm not interested at all. 10 is I'm super interested. I want to know what's going to happen. One is I'm not interested at all. 10 is I'm super interested. So rate it 1 to 10. This is for the developer to know, because this really matters. If the player is not interested or they're not engaged, they're not going to keep playing. And they'll quit a demo and they won't even think about it, you know? Two to 3. Yeah, I don't know why that key's not working. It's broken, I think.
Perfect.
What? Why did he say perfect? I'm gonna try one more time. Maybe that did it. Him saying perfect. Not sure. All right, guys. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, that we got in a glitch or something. Okay, go ahead and click the link below, guys, to get voting. We're ready to vote on the games. Vote on your favorite game. It's that simple. I'll do a quick recap as you guys click the link below in the description. I'll do a quick recap for to give an idea of my thoughts on the games. The first game was, I already forgot. Was it Dead Thrash? No, it was Father. Father had really great story. The story was nice. The graphics were my favorite part. It was lacking ambience. When it comes to ambient sound and music, it was lacking that. I felt like it was very linear. Like I didn't feel like I had any control over anything. It was just like, go to area, press E. Go to area, press E. Go to area, press E. But the graphics were great. I would also be worried about infringing on A24 storytelling with The Witch. I would change that up. I appreciated the weirdness of it and giving me these weird dreams and flashbacks and flash forwards. That was really strange. Dead Thrash was good. I felt like the sound was really weak, but the graphics were really nice. I liked the graphics. Crypt Robbery felt very asset-y, and it didn't have... The UI was all over the place, which to me was an indication that this was a very asset-driven game, because there's probably a lot of UI assets that were used in this game that were not reskinned. So it felt very incongruent. It also bugged out on me, I think, the key. Also, starting a horror walking sim with a key lock puzzle is a bad idea. At least give me something unique and new and different. Tell me some really interesting story. Like, really get me engaged. Whether it's the Izakaya, is it the Izakaya tool that you could use to make me wonder where I am? Say, where is this place? Where am I? Who am I? Or tell me that I'm trying to get something or achieve something. Give me a motive. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the. Let's go ahead and take a look at the votes. And by the way, before we do that, one final sponsored ad read here. Thankful to all these students for joining full-time game dev during the sale event. If you want to learn from somebody who's actually in the trenches making indie games, I'm on my third commercial released game. It's called Twisted Tower. I'm also published for my third time by a publisher. My publisher I'm working with now is 3D Realms. If you want to learn how to get a publisher or how to get a Kickstarter campaign funded, I've done that multiple times. If you wanted to learn how to make a game in Godot, in Unity, or Unreal, you could take your pick. This program's for you. If you want to learn how to hit the Steam front page and market your game, this program's for you. It's 50% off for the summer sale, 7 days left. I think there's 50 seats left. It could be a little bit more than that. I'm not sure exactly how many are left. You also get 2D Art Pro and 3D Art Pro and my YouTube course completely free, but only for the sale event. This is probably my biggest sale, I think, ever, but at bare minimum, it's my biggest sale this year. And if you're a student, let me know what you think about the program in the chat. It's a great program. Got some really cool reviews here from people who went full-time. I mean, that's pretty sweet, right? Chris Stair went full-time, Andre, Bart, and Everflux. They went full-time, and all these other fellas here as well. So check it out below. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the straw poll. Let's see here. Sorry, I gotta open it up here. I don't know where it went. Okay. I'm gonna make a guess really quick. Close your eyes, Thomas. Okay, I didn't see it, I swear. My guess is Father won. Then it was Dreadnought. Is that what it was called? And then the grave robbing game. So that's my suspicion. Father, Dread Thrash, and then Crypt Robbery. So let's take a look. Yep. There you go. Now we know. So Father, you're on the right track. I think you need to get that game up on Steam because it's going to get some good wish lists. I think it's very interesting. Dead Thrash has some work to do, and then Crypt Robbery has some polish to do, especially with the UI. All right. That was a lot of fun. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I love you so